Yeah, extreme disappointment. I thought we were really, really poor in a phase of the game that we're usually excellent in, and that's in our ability to suffocate the opponent and to manage transition. We didn't do that at all today. Um, I thought we were poor with the ball in those moments. It's ironic because I think we created from an XG standpoint more than we have in any game this year, but we didn't finish our chances. So ultimately, extreme frustration. Understand now that likely have to win out to make sure we put ourselves in a position to be able to move on and advance.
It's a sports cliche that it's tough to beat a team three times, and whether that's just a myth or reality. How does that impact the game when you guys are so familiar with one another this early in the season?
Well, I mean, they played the exact way that we trained for, and what we knew we were going to see. We prepared the players. I feel like we weren't anywhere near at our level, for sure, from a compactness standpoint, from a transition standpoint, as I alluded to earlier. And again, it just it's really, really disappointing to concede the goals the way that we did. Um, we didn't manage that phase of the game anywhere near at the level that we're capable of. So video is not going to be pretty on Tuesday, that's for sure. And we look to try to move on and prepare for the game next week in their home. They are a very good team. That's why they are where they are on the table. This is a very difficult place to play, certainly with the field and the wind and the conditions. At the same time, both teams have to play in it, so it's not an excuse. They played at a high level tonight, and we weren't at our standard.
Yeah, you mentioned the wind. I mean, it looked pretty obvious that it was changing the game in the first half. Is there anything that you tell the guys, or you say we're going to play a certain kind of ball or not play a certain kind of ball? And was there a half where it was more for you or against you that you adjusted to? Because it did look like it was doing a lot with the impact of the ball's flight.
Yeah, look, I believe in taking the wind when you have it because it can change at any moment. We obviously lost the toss, so they chose the side that they wanted. Ironically, then at halftime, the wind died down a little bit. It wasn't nearly as strong as it was in the first half, but we didn't lose tonight because of the wind. We lost because we didn't switch on. We didn't slide the way that we are supposed to. We didn't defend the box and connected from left to right. We weren't compact from a transitional standpoint. We lost because we were poor again with the ball in too many critical moments. And there's a couple of chances there at the end that you have to finish. So I was happy, obviously, there at the end that we pushed for it. That I thought there was some good delivery there towards the end, good numbers in the box, but we needed that way sooner. We didn't have it.
You mentioned film on Tuesday, but I feel like every time we talk about these things, that the players know kind of what went wrong. When you have a group like that, is it better to come in though because you can have an honest conversation and everybody's kind of on the same page of where you need to be better?
Yeah, I mean, we always do. They're always honest conversations. There's the importance of making sure that you're learning in the moments that needed to get better. We still have obviously another important game here at home next weekend to remain unbeaten in the league table, and that's certainly what we're going to try to do. So uh, I think the players will be disappointed for sure in tonight, but we also need to make sure that we come back to work. We don't feel sorry for ourselves, and we put ourselves in a position to beat Tampa.